What is good, everybody? 2J again from Ceasar Graphics. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to convert type to a Sandal. All right, so I got this request from one of my followers on Pinterest. Because this video is going to be long, so I decided to split it into two different parts. All right, so on the first part we are going to be using Illustrator to convert the type to a Sandal, and we are going to be doing the final composition with Photoshop. So let's start. So let's create a new document. I'll click on File and I'll select New. So the frame size of this project is going to be 720 by 900, and I'm just going to call this Sandal. Then I'll leave every other settings the way they are, and I'm going to click on the Create button. Alright, so I'm going to bring in the image of the female's leg. Then I'm going to position this here, hold on Shift and scale this big like so. Alright, and I'm going to lock the layer. I'm going to go to the text tool now, and I'm going to type my text. So I'm going to create a new layer for that, and I'm going to type S. Okay, and I'm going to change the size of my text to 60 like so. 60, and I got this font from Google Font. Okay, so I'm going to select this. Yeah, this is good, and I'm going to scale this real big like so. Right, and I'll position it here and rotate it. Position it here, rotate it a little bit more. Okay, this is good. So I'll make a copy of this and just position it here with Alt and drag. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is to convert this to a mesh object. So I'll go to Object and select Envelope Distort and select Make with Mesh. And I'll make my envelope mesh 1, and I'll make the rows 1, I'll make the columns 1. Then I'll click on the OK button. And I'm going to select the mesh tool to distort the look of the letter. Okay, so I'm going to add a point here. Alright, and I'll add another point here. So I'm going to push this up, and I'll push this up also, and this should be here like so. Push this up. To go up. Save this forward. This should be here. So push this back. Alright, this is good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand this object. So I'll go to Object and click on the Expand option here and click OK. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a copy of this because I want the width of the letter to be wider than what I have now. So I'll position this here, and I'll hold on Alt to make a copy of the letter, and I can even scale this down a bit. Let's move this up a bit. Alright, and I'm going to select the two objects. Now select the two objects, and I'm going to select Shape Builder tool, and I'll hold on Alt and take out this part. Take out this part. And what else again am I taking out? So I'll take out this. Let's zoom in. I'll hold on Alt and take out this. So I'm going to select the selection tool now, and I'll scale this. Zoom out from that. So scale this big. Make this bigger. Alright. So I am going to select the pen tool and I'm going to draw a shape here like so. Okay, then select the shape builder again, or before we select the shape builder, I'm just going to select the objects like so and select the shape builder, and I'll hold on Alt and just take this part out, and I'm going to merge all the layers. So now I'm going to select all layers and select unite here, and I'm going to use the direct selection tool to tweak this. Just going to push this out. Let's put this here, like so. This here, like so. This is good. So we'll tweak this side also. Alright, so I'll go back here again and delete this direct selection tool, and I'm going to move this up and this like so. For this, I need to take out that point. Take this out. Let's see if we take this out also, and I'm going to move this up like so. Okay, so for this, I'm just going to gently push this in, so, and this should go out here like so. Put this up like so. Push this down. Alright, dude, this is good. Okay, so I'll move the letter down again, but this time I'll type A. And I'll move this here, move this down, just make it a little bit bigger, I'll rotate it a bit, so this here, push this down like so, close to the S, so move this up gently, move this here. Alright, push this up. So I'll do the same move again. I'll go to Objects, and I'll go to Envelope Distort and select Make with Mesh. My rows is going to be 1, column is going to be 1, and I'm going to select the OK button. Then I'll go to the Mesh tool again, and I'm going to zoom in. Alright, then I'm going to add the point here, and I'll move this like so. Move this down, move this down. Alright, then I'm going to push this in, push this in, let's go up, this should go in, like so, I should go cover like so, and I'll add another point here, and this needs to go out. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the same thing again. I'll make a copy. You know what, let's just move this out a bit, and I'm going to make a copy of this. But before I do that, I need to expand it, and I'll select the OK button. I'll hold on Alt and drag to make a copy of this, and I'll position this somewhere around here. Alright, now the reason why I always do this is to make the letter more thicker. Okay, so I'm going to just position this somewhere here. so. Let's see, I'll position it here. Okay, and then I'm going to drag and select the objects, and I'll go to shape dynamic. Let's see if I take this side out. I'm going to hold on Alt again, and I'll take out this part. I'll zoom in now. Hold on Alt and click. Hold on Alt and click again. Alt click. And Alt. No, just leave that side. Alt click. Alt click. Okay. Alt. Let's see. Okay, let's leave this side. Okay, so I'm going to hold on Alt again and click. I'll hold on Alt and click. Okay, so I'm going to select all the objects like so and hit the unite button here. Alright, so I have them together now. Then I'm going to zoom out and I'll drag this down and type the letter L. Alright, then for my L, so for my L, I'm going to push that down like so, and this up. So I should drag this up like so. Like so. Now make sure this is close to the A. Like so, and rotate it a little bit more and push this out like so. And I'm going to go to objects, select envelope distort again, and I'm going to select make with mesh. Then I'm going to select the OK button. Alright, then I'm going to select the mesh tool. Then I'm going to push this down a bit. I'll add a point here, and I'll add another point here, and I'll push this out like so. Alright, just needs to go down a bit. Okay, and this in like so. Just move it out a bit more. Okay, this in like so. This down like so. Okay, so I think this is looking nice. Okay, so I'm going to go to object again and select expand and click the OK button. Now the reason why we are expanding it is so as to take out the mesh on the letter, right? So I'm going to make a copy of this. I'll move this all up with Alt, hold down, all right, and release my hand from my left click. Then I'm going to select the two objects and I'll go to shape dynamic. I'm going to hold on Alt and take this out. All right, so I am going to I think that's it for this. All right, that's it for this. So I'm going to select all the objects. It's already selected, so I'm just going to select the unite button again, and I have this. Then the last letter is going to be letter F. All right. Yeah, I know somebody is saying why not E? It should be E. It shouldn't be F. I'll tell you why I'm using F now. So sorry, it should be capital F. All right. Now the reason why I'm using F is because the tail of E is going to affect my effect here. All right, it's going to affect what I'm doing here. So when we get to Photoshop, we are going to add the tail of the letter E. All right. So but for now, let's just stick with F. So I'm going to move this here and I'll rotate this. And this should be here. It should be here. It's bigger. Push this down. Let's see. Okay, so this down. Okay, so I'll go to object again and I'll select envelope distort and select make with mesh. Then I'm going to select the OK button. So we're using the same tool again. So for this, I'm just gonna push this out like so. I'll add a point. So I'll push this down here, add a point here, and push this up like so. Alright, I'll push this up also, and I'm gonna add another point here and push this out. Alright. Okay, so this is what we have now. Alright, I'm still not satisfied with the look of things here, so I'm gonna move this in. Right, so I'm gonna add another point. Alright, so I'm gonna use the warp tool and add another point here because I don't want I don't want my movement here to affect this side of the letter, so and that's the reason why I decided to add that point there. So I'm going to move this in like so and put this in like so. Same thing here. This in. Oops, that's not part of the plan, so I'm gonna move this in. This needs to go out a bit, and let's see what we have now. Okay, so for this side, I'm gonna move this in a little bit more and in again. Then I'm gonna add another point here. I'll just need to push this side in like so. Okay, so I think this is good. Select this object and select expand, select the OK button, and for this I'm just going to drag this down a bit to make a copy with hold down. Alright, I actually want this side of the letter to be thicker than what I have previously, and I'm going to select two shapes or two objects, and I'm going to select the shape dynamic. I'm going to select the shape builder too. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to hold on alt and just take this out, take this, let's just leave this. All right, so I am going to take let's leave that also. Okay, so this needs to go out, so I'm holding on alt as I click. All right, and I think that's it. So now I'm going to select the unite button here. Alright, so I'm going to fine tune this, and I'm going to select the pen tool. I'll zoom in, and I'm going to add a point here, and see, I need to select the object first, and I'll select the pen tool. Select the pen tool, and I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to add a point here, and I'm going to delete this and delete this. I'm going to delete this. Alright, so let's see for this side. I'm going to delete this, this, and this, and this. No, let's leave that. This. Alright, and I'm going to use the direct selection tool to just move this, just to fine tune it. Alright, so I'm going to stop here like so, and let's see. Alright, so The next thing we are doing now is to take this to Photoshop.
Wow. I hope you guys enjoyed the first part. If you have not subscribed, remember to hit the subscribe button and remember to ring the bell so you will be notified when I post my tutorials. Like, share, and comment on this video, and I'll see you guys again on the part 2 of this tutorial.